that green light. Give me that Greenlight Maine. Give me that green light. Give me that Greenlight Maine. Give me that green light. Give me that Greenlight Maine. Give me that green light. Give me that Greenlight Maine.
Welcome to Greenlight Maine. This season is shaping up to be the best yet. The companies are innovators, socially responsible, and have what it takes to bring their companies to the next level. Prize money aside, we have seen again and again the exposure from the show has connected companies to opportunities worth so much more. And we have some amazing connectors on the program serving as our judges. I'd like to welcome Danielle Ahern from Bangor Savings Bank.
Hi, thank you for having me. Pleased to be here. I'm the Director of Payments and Corporate Services at Bangor Savings Bank, and so our team helps commercial clients really streamline their operations, payments, casualization, and fraud protection. And our team also oversees our Banking as a Service program, which engages with the fintech community on their financial needs as well.
Awesome, you all do an amazing job at the bank. Next up, we have Jen Cummings from Fame. Welcome, Jen.
Thank you so much for having us. I'm Jen Cummings, the Director of Business at the Finance Authority of Maine, where we help Maine businesses succeed with various financing options.
That you do. And rounding out the panel, we have Bianca Cowell from Maine Technology Institute.
Hi, thanks for having me. I'm a Senior Investment Officer with MTI, and we invest in innovative projects throughout the state.
Perfect. Okay, we're going to talk to you in just a few minutes. It's time for our first pitch. I'd like to welcome John Conson from Prapela. Whenever you're ready, take it away.
It's a pleasure to be here. When my first newborn was delivered, he had trouble breathing. Within seconds, he was taken to the intensive care unit where he was treated for apnea prematurity. That's when newborns have difficulty breathing. They stop breathing sometimes for 20 seconds or more. Left untreated, apnea can cause long-term neurodevelopmental issues, as well as problems with getting oxygen to vital organs. Thankfully, he's recovered. In fact, he's fully grown, an accomplished medical engineer himself, and with a son of his own. Prapela is in Biddeford, and with the help of physicians, nurses, and scientists, we've developed a pad that actually helps babies breathe. It's quite amazing. By simply laying down on the pad, babies experience our patented vibration. That vibration is similar to what a newborn feels when being driven down a highway at approximately 40 miles an hour on a smooth road. But better yet, it's non-habit forming, and it doesn't disturb sleep cycles. It's currently in use in several hospitals throughout New England, including Maine Medical Center. And one of the most wonderful things about what we've learned in the development, as well as testing and clinical trials, is physicians, nurses, and parents love it. They see what it does for their baby. In fact, parents ask us, can we take it home with us? And it's that type of experience and that type of feedback that we get that really keeps us motivated every day. Now, because it's a medical device, it needs clearance and approval from the Food and Drug Administration. And we expect that to happen actually later this year. We've partnered with Saunders Electronics in South Portland, Maine, to manufacture the device. And our goal is to keep it so affordable that it's used in every hospital bassinet and every hospital incubator throughout the world, so that every baby can breathe better. Thank you.
Excellent job. Sounds like an amazing life-saving device. Okay, Danielle, kick us off.
That's great. Thank you so much. It's a great presentation. Can you tell me a little bit about your plan after you receive the FDA approval, what your marketing strategy, what your go-to-market plan is going to be?
Absolutely. So about 2 years ago, we went to the American Academy of Pediatrics and set up a booth and showed the prototype devices to physicians and nurses that were attending. Within the first few hours, we took 600 leads. So our go-to-market strategy is to sell direct to hospitals by promoting the product at medical trade shows. We can ship it anywhere in the United States via UPS, 2-day delivery for under $10. And because it's much like operating a heating pad, very simple to use, it doesn't require extensive training for the clinical staff to learn how to put it in the bassinet or the incubator and to help babies breathe.
600 leads, that's awesome. Jen.
Can you tell us a little bit about your innovation strategy and how you decided to come up with this product?
Sure. Well, I didn't develop the product. It was actually first thought of by Dr. David Petafar, a noted neurologist who was at Harvard and is now chair of neurology at the Dell Medical School in UT Austin. He discovered in 1995 that a stimulation, the right kind of stimulation, could actually help improve babies and their breathing and their cardiorespiratory function in general. So he had worked on it for several years, and in late 2016, Harvard asked me for my advice on how to take it to market. I was so excited about its potential to help babies in hospitals, but even babies at home down the road, that I asked Harvard if I could license the technology, further perfect it with our team, and bring it to market.
Bianca.
Great job, thank you.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about the kind of the costs associated. So hospitals will be paying for this directly. How much do they charge? And you mentioned that Maine Med is already using it prior to the FDA authorization?
That's correct. So let's first talk about cost and pricing. So again, our goal is to work with Saunders to keep the cost extremely low. The device we estimate will sell to hospitals for between $600 and $1,000. It will be used for up to 1 year, and then it needs to be replaced. That's because the stimulation, the vibration of this pad is so specific, so exact, that we can only ensure that it's adequately operating after 1 year of use. So it's a repeat use product for up to 1 year. Hospitals will pay for it out of their hospital supply budget, which is a really good thing. Otherwise, it would have to go through coding, coverage, and payments processes for medical devices, which can sometimes take years. So we're actually, by selling it as a hospital supply item, able to get it to hospitals for use faster. In terms of driving our costs down and our innovation, what we plan to do is constantly innovate. You can't rest on your laurels. We have several ideas on how to improve the pad and also make it applicable to older infants beyond the first 3 months, so that it can help babies at 3, 4, 5, 6 months of age breathe better as well.
Tell us about your team.
So our team is really lean. So I've had experience at some of the greatest medical device companies in the world for over 35 years before starting Prapela. And one of the things that I discovered was we were acquiring companies is that too often startups build up with too many employees too quickly. So our strategy is to keep very lean. In fact, it's only 2 of us full time. And we farm out all our other responsibilities, like accounting, like regulatory processes, like quality management. And Saunders has helped tremendously in South Portland as well on the manufacturing side and the development side. So our goal is, once we get FDA clearance, we'll then expand our team and start focusing more on the commercialization of the device, again, by going to medical shows, promoting it there, and then shipping directly to hospitals, and having hospitals pay simply with a credit card payment.
Perfect. Well, you're doing such good work for the healthcare industry. Keep it up. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right, we have to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going from babies to the elderly. Our next company is taking care of our greatest generation. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Bangor Savings Bank, committed to investing in its employees, customers, and communities to help create a stronger Northern New England. Bangor Savings Bank. You matter more.
Maine Technology Institute, offering grants, loans, and equity investments to help support Maine's innovation economy, and committed to supporting new ideas with potential to grow. Visit mainetechnology.org. Hey Maine, how are you? Yes, you. How are you really? It's a question we rarely ask ourselves. But to Northern Light Health, how you are means a lot. Learn more at northernlighthealth.org/howareyou.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. Taking care of loved ones can weigh heavy on your minds. Our next company has a solution. I'd like to welcome Arby from EmTech Care Labs. Whenever you're ready.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Arby Balasubramanian, founder and CEO of EmTech Care Labs. and we are on a mission to support family caregivers in providing the best care for older adults needing long-term care at home. I'm a family caregiver. I founded this venture due to my own personal experiences managing care for my parents. Caregiving is complex and often fraught with uncertainty, but it doesn't have to be as complicated as it is today. Our solution to this is CareWallet, a digital platform that simplifies and personalizes home-based care management for older adults who are challenged with neurological conditions like Alzheimer's disease and related dementias. In the US, today there are over 40 million family caregivers who are providing uncompensated care for older adults. Nearly half of these are intergenerational caregivers, with majority of the care going towards dementia. Not only are these family caregivers spending their time providing such care, they're often paying for the care as well over multiple years. These caregivers are often challenged with navigating the healthcare system. They struggle with finding the right information to make informed care decisions, and they also struggle with tapping into the relevant support mechanisms. And our solution is CareWallet, a web-based software for family caregivers to collaboratively manage the health and related financial care needs of the older adult. CareWallet is personalized, it is secure, and it is comprehensive. CareWallet will guide a family caregiver in collaboratively mapping out all of the healthcare needs of the older adult, create relevant care plans and care records, while factoring in their financial circumstances. CareWallet will also prepare a family caregiver to budget for care and also support collaborative financial caregiving. Additionally, on an ongoing basis, CareWallet will support the caregiver by matching them with relevant healthcare benefits, as well as community resources to find the relevant care support they need, in addition to providing them any type of compensation mechanisms. At present, CareWallet is in the beta stage of the product, and in the early feedback that we've received for the product, we have realized that it is definitely bringing the transparency as well as structure to both care navigation and care management at home. We are based in Portland, and our aspiration is to grow the company in Maine. And with those priorities, we are currently looking for two things. One, connecting with family caregivers and older adults who may benefit from this product so we can welcome them to our beta program. And two, exploring partnerships with health plans as well as providers to pilot dementia care management approaches as well as guidance for family caregivers. So please do reach out to us, and thank you for your time.
Very impressive and very well thought out plan. All right, Danielle, kick us off.
Yeah, thanks so much. I just have a question about your future plans for integration, like with the actual medical records and how you plan to manage the HIPAA regulations and other things associated with medical care.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great question. It is one of those areas that we are exploring right now. We're definitely looking to extract relevant data that is applicable for a family caregiver and the patient for home management. So we definitely are, it's in our roadmap to integrate with health records as well as medical records, as well as any type of nursing care records as well.
Jen.
How do you plan to market the product to the caregivers?
Absolutely. So right now we are going direct to consumer because our goal is to really test the functionalities of the product to make sure we are driving those type of care outcomes that we are looking for. In the future, it is a SaaS-based approach that we're taking. So we are actually going to health plans as well as employers because this is a major gap in the market today.
Bianca.
Great job, Arby. Can you tell me how much the consumer has to pay for? Is it a one-time cost? Is it a monthly subscription?
Yeah, it is a subscription approach, but it's a freemium subscription for caregivers. As I mentioned, right now our plan is relying mostly on, our goal is to focus on health plans as well as employers. So ultimately, this would be a free benefit for the caregivers.
Is there anything else like this out there? This is amazing.
Thank you. There are a few competitors in the market, many startups like ourselves. The challenge is all of these they tend to be siloed. So caregiving is fairly complex and there are many needs to be addressed. We are the only ones in the market today that are looking at it both from a health as well as a financial perspective.
Perfect. Okay, we have time for one last question.
think you stole my question. I had a question about competition. That's a good one. I guess I would just, as far as expansion in Maine, if you were to win the whole event, what are your plans for the money?
Yeah, great. That's a great opportunity for us. And right now, our priority, as I mentioned, is to really focus on the product and test the product for product market validation. So a lot of our effort, both in terms of the focus as well as the monetary support and investment, will go towards that. So that's the beta program that we're running at the moment. And then, as I mentioned, subsequent to that, the pilot with the health systems.
Well, it's so obvious you are going to help so many people and so many families as well. So we wish you the best.
Thank you. That's our goal.
Okay. We have to take a quick break and hear from our sponsors, and then after that, our judges are going to weigh in. So don't go away. We'll be right back. Come on over.
Fame came along at a time when we really needed somebody to believe in our mission.
It's so nice to have somebody actually try to understand what we're doing.
Fame helps Maine businesses and lenders get to yes for their financing needs.
Thank you, Fame.
Thank you, Fame.
Thank you, Fame.
If you own a business and want to get more involved with Greenlight Maine, go to our website at greenlightmaine.com. Partnering with us means supporting startups, creating jobs, and building Maine's economy. Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. Our judges are going to discuss, and we're going to start with Prapela only because John pitched first. Let's first review the criteria so our folks at home just have a refresher. Scalability, feasibility, innovation, overall quality, and the ability to stay in Maine, of course. Okay, so pros and cons. Let's start with the pros for Prapela.
Yeah, it's a highly innovative product. I love that it's being manufactured in Maine and seems to be very little competition in the space.
Awesome.
I think their ability to leverage other marketability solutions, using other products to get their technology into and use that, is a great way to move forward. And the opportunity for them, I think, is going to be a challenge to get over, is the length of time for the FDA approval.
Yes, it does take many years that he was explaining to get approval. Okay.
I think selling as a medical supply directly to the hospitals is going to allow for easier entry to the market as opposed to having to deal with billing and coding issues.
Perfect. Okay, and he is in clinical trials. Maine Med is using it, which is great, so he's getting that feedback, and he is well on his way. Mm-hmm. Okay, the cons with Prapela.
Yeah, I was left just thinking about the sustainability and how it affects the environment. So we know that it's a 12-month usage, and so I'm curious on the back end how that would be recycled or what that would look like for the hospitals and for our environment.
Yes, like he needs to partner with maybe Tanbark, who was on prior to this, yes.
I think that, again, the length of time for the scalability for the FDA approval may cause him some issues.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, he mentioned that they're going to keep a very lean team. So even though he's partnered with a Maine-based manufacturer, which is great, I think there will be limited job creation in the state directly with the company. So
you have 2 full-timers, including himself. Yeah, so definitely a lot of room to expand and grow. When can he do that is the big question, right? Correct. Okay, switching gears now to EmTech Care Labs and RB. Both of them did phenomenal, by the way, pitching. So let's start with the pros with RB.
Yeah, I think it meets a real need. Unfortunately, meets a real need in our communities. I love the collaborative nature of it and the fact that it's really useful in rural communities because of the ability to tap in remotely.
Absolutely. And I love that she is having this own issue with her family and she needed something, so that's why she's created this.
I think this platform is great because it also links the financial aspect to the issue with the healthcare and medical services that these people are needing.
Absolutely, it's so costly.
Yeah, there's great, the founder has a lived experience with the problem, so that's always great. And there's a large market opportunity, especially here in Maine, so it's a great place to start and beta test this product.
Perfect. Okay. So if either one of them were to come and make it to the finals, what would you like to see?
Yeah, I still think there's some work to do on the integration side, how it's going to interact with other medical systems, the HIPAA regulations, the data privacy. So maybe a little bit more about that and what her plans are to navigate those issues.
Nice.
I think the product she'll have a challenge given the highly competitive nature of this platform, and there may be others that are like that are coming into market. So looking to maybe see some tips to overcome that.
Okay.
For Prapela, I'd like to see if the FDA approval or clinical trials don't go as planned, if they have an opportunity or a plan to pivot. And for EmTech, I'd like to hear more about their thought about putting together an app and the costs associated with that, when that's going to happen, and the technical challenges of their user base and how they're going to overcome those.
Great feedback. Okay, how about you?
So on Prapela, I would say just a little more information again on the clinical trials. I think that's a key point. So to Bianca's point, I think we'd really like to know how that's going to plan out, and then what the plan is on the back end if for some reason those don't move forward. And then on EmTech, I'd like to see what their plans are for a mobile app, right? So if it's going to be used remotely, I think that's the trend of the future. So what does that look like, and what are their plans? How does their roadmap look like for developing that mobile app?
Okay, and finally, Jen.
I think we kind of touched on it, but again, the EmTech piece, trying to make sure that they're able to enter that market that's highly competitive, and there's other products around that are similar. And with Prapela, I think really understanding how to leverage that sustainability model and scaling that product.
Awesome, very thoughtful comments, so thank you all. We need to take a quick break, but when we come back, we'll have our winner, so don't go away. More Greenlight Maine is coming up next.
Albin, Randall & Bennett, committed to providing accounting solutions to Greenlight Maine startups, working with businesses and organizations that operate locally and nationally. ARBCPA.com. First Park, a 285-acre business park located in Oakland, Maine, offering fiber internet, 3-phase power, and pre-permitted sites for businesses to start or expand. Details at firstpark.com.
Bangor Savings Bank, committed to investing in its employees, customers, and communities to help create a stronger northern New England. Bangor Savings Bank. You matter more.
I'm Elijah Tannhauser, co-founder and CEO of Northspur. We're here in Northspur's new facility in Portland, Maine. I'm excited to be here with Greenlight and think back 5 years since we won. Back then, we were about a dozen employees. We were in the Dana Wart Mill in Westbrook, and we were aspiring to be the nation's leader in mushroom growing supplies. Now, I'm grateful to say that we are the nation's leader in mushroom growing supplies. We're over 60 employees. Our new facility has a cooling storage that's larger than our original facility. It's 25,000 square feet in all, this warehouse. We do fulfillment. Our new labs allow us to have much more production and capability than we had in our previous space. I'm excited for this round of Greenlight Maine contestants, and I want to wish them the best of luck.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. The judges have tallied their scores, and it's time to find out who the winner is. Judges, I'm going to count you down from 3. 3, 2, 1. And that means Prapela is the winner, and congratulations to John. You are moving on in the competition. Well, that's all the time that we have today. We appreciate your feedback and love your comments, so keep them coming. And you can see all of our episodes on greenlightmaine.com. We'll be back next week with 2 more amazing companies. Have a safe and productive week. Congratulations. Great job. Yeah. Shake hands.
Greenlight Maine would not be possible without the support of all of our corporate sponsors. Thank you.
Furniture for Greenlight Maine is provided by Chilton, a Maine company offering a modern take on traditional New England wood furniture. Hotel accommodations for Greenlight Maine are provided by Hilton Garden Inn. Auburn, Riverwatch,